Among Belize's most prominent football players are names like Denmark Bato Keze Sr. and Wilhelm Locho Koi. What these men have in common is that they both hail from Camalote Village. Known as one of the most sport-driven communities in Cayo District, Camalote Village has produced big names in various sporting disciplines in the past. Of late, the community's propensity to produce skilled athletes is once again at the fore.
Camalote is a sports-driven community, one of the most active communities in the country, I'd say. And it's something I've grown into, whether it be basketball, watching softball or play football. You have to do something here in regards to sports here, irrelevant. There's a big gap between, you can see the levels between, let's say, a Denmark Keze Sr., Wilhelm Locho Koi, you know, and then you had another group like Oliver, the Wiltshires. So there's been a lull between that space to now, you know.
CAMA, wait till the goal fire. CAMA, after one goal, 5 more follow.
But that drought has since ended. CAMA Football Club placed third in the 2023 Belmopan Football Association First Division Tournament. The best striker, best midfielder, and best fans awards also went to CAMA FC, and they did not stop there. On July 1st, CAMA FC won a first of its kind $5,000 exhibition match against Wings Football Club. At the heart of these victories are the players that make up the team, like midfielder Kyle Thomas, who grew up spending countless hours on the multi-purpose ground playing football.
From I was young, like before I was even born, my mom always told me about this story that I kicked her in her belly, basically. Yeah. So she basically implied that, yo, this young boy is going to be some sort of player, either football, basketball, or even softball. But my main focus is football. From when I was young, I just fell in love with the game from the first time I picked up a ball and started kicking a ball with my friends. It's like a dream come true because from I was growing up, I used to watch Bandits. You remember Bandits, Ajiton, all of those different sporting clubs. Then you have different players like Oliver, you have Wilhelm Locho Koi, you have Denmark Keze. So basically, from I was young, I watched these guys. I watched how these guys move with the ball on their feet. Then I copy their style of play from their different aspects of where they play, whether defensive, winger, or even forward.
CAMA Football Club conducts most of its training in Belmopan because the village is not equipped with an adequate First Division football field. But the distance, albeit only 5 miles, does not stop these athletes from showing up to put in the necessary practice. It is this heart and soul mentality that has teenagers like Alexander Waite and Javier Ramos courageously competing against opponents that are far more experienced.
You know, it was a great experience. At first I was very nervous, but it's always good to experience new things, and I'm proud to say that I overcome that, and next season is going to be far way bigger because we're more experienced, you know, and we have that of those leaders and more experienced players like Cayo Thomas, Scott Casey, now Mr. Norman Neal, and you know, those players that can help us to stay in our games and stuff.
What was your guys' mindset going into that 5K exhibition match?
When I saw the fans, we just had to know that we had to win. You know, I stayed home whole week just thinking about the game. You know, and yeah, my friend Dylan Gongara, Chap Gongara, just thought about the game, and we know that we had to come out there and put up a fight. Nothing's easy. Like you said, we got to make our fans proud because the numbers of fans that the team Camalote have is crazy.
I was really nervous when I was going to play in the First Division because it was my first season, first time ever playing in the First Division. So I thank late son Richie Gavis that gave me the opportunity to show that I can play in that level.
With the season now ended and their first exhibition match conquered, Neil says CAMA FC is preparing for the next season and their second exhibition match in August. He reflected on how the village transitioned from its losing streak to the victories it now enjoys.
Around 2016, we had a U13 police cadets club, which I coach, and many of these players, 80% of these players are from that that group. So we had a 15 to 20 year gap almost. And COVID kind of brought it together because we were frustrated. And me, myself, kind of spearheaded a five-a-side against the rules of all. I hope we don't get in trouble for it now. But yeah, we started it right here, and as no one to record, no one to go live, and it started a five-a-side movement. It brought in national team quality players to this park right here.
Yeah.
And it boosted the level of the players.
Yeah. And did that frustration come from the fact that you guys weren't seeing that sort of development or that sort of quality of players that you're used to seeing in the village?
Definitely, and that was the plan, to develop the players' skills, because we were getting beaten up. Camalote name went down. And we can see that five-a-side played a big role in developing the players, giving them confidence, and as well competing against the best. And I'm talking about the Yellow Guinea coming to Camalote to challenge us. And, we have Kafu Roaches coming by, and, those type of players.
We the real champions.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.